Another exciting review of How Successful People Think by John C Maxwell. And tonight we're going to be looking at chapter 1, which says cultivate big picture thinking. David Schwartz says, where success is concerned, people are not measured in inches or pounds or college degrees or family background. They are measured by the size of their thinking. So your thinking is very important, and there are different levels of thinking. There are some people who think small, and there are people who think big. There are people who think about the immediate picture, and there are also people who think about the big picture. So what we're going to be examining tonight is to become a big picture thinker, because big picture thinking can benefit any person in any profession. Right, you have to think big. Donald Trump says that you have to think anyway. So why not think big? Why do you want to think small? Why do you want to box yourself in your thinking? Right. And thinking big has to do with so many things. It has to do with your business, your relationships, your marriage, your future, so many things. Your thinking must be all encompassing. It must not be about what you see right now. It must not be about today alone. You must think about the future. You must think about other people. You must think about different scenarios. So big picture thinking brings wholeness and maturity to a person's thinking. You must not be a small thinker. It also brings perspective. It is like making the frame of a bigger picture, in the process expanding not only what you can see, but also what you are able to do. Big picture thinking is also seeing what other people cannot see. So in order for you to be a big picture thinker, you must do the following things. Number one, learn continually. You must be curious, have a curious mind. Read books, attend conferences, mingle with people who are learning, people who are going places. You must also visit new places. Come out of your comfort zone, because sometimes your environment is limiting you. The people you mingle with are limiting you. You cannot just see anything beyond what they see. So if you want to see the world, you have to be a lifelong learner. You have to desire to keep learning. So every day you must sit down, examine yourself, examine your day. How did your business go? What can you do better? What can you improve upon? Oh, the way you related with people today, was it good? Could you have done better? Were you rude? Was your interaction with them a clog in the wheel of your progress with them? The number two is that you must listen intentionally. Listening is a skill that not many people have. Many of us have learned how to talk, but not many of us have learned how to listen. Listening is a skill. So an excellent way to be a big picture thinker is to be an intentional listener. When you listen than you talk, you'll be able to hear what people are saying. You see things from their perspective. You'll be able to read between the lines. You'll be able to understand the spoken and the unspoken words. Unlike when you want to talk all the time, somebody is talking. You think you are listening, but you are not actually listening. You are busy thinking of the reply you're going to give to that person. So you miss the point. So many people watch videos on social media and they are commenting, they are dropping comments that are entirely different from the video. They are even blaming the person. It will take somebody else to tell them, did you watch this video till the end? Because if you did, you will not make these comments. Or maybe you watched, but you did not listen. Right, you just speak what you think you want to pick. So there is selective listening. So if you want to be a big picture thinker, listen to people more than you talk to them. Right, it is something that you must learn. When you listen, you'll be able to ask the right questions. You'll be able to query what they're saying. You'll be able to probe. You'll be able to get so many things from what they are saying. That is one thing to learn. And then number three, you must look expansively. Don't only see what is within your range. See outside the box. See outside the wall. Expand your thoughts. So many people only see the immediate. They only see the job that is paying their salary now. They cannot think bigger than that. They cannot think outside of what is happening now. They don't have any vision. Right? You must really look expansively. You must look. not only with your sight, but also intellectually. Unfortunately, many people only look by sight alone. Even the Bible says that we are not moved by sight alone, but also by faith. You must see beyond your present situation. You must take a peep into the future, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Where do you see yourself? Where do you see your children? Where do you see your business? Where do you see your marriage? Who you are determines what you see and how you think. So don't play it small. You can never grow beyond the level of your thinking. You can't. It doesn't matter what anybody says. If you have conditioned your mind to think in a particular way, that is the level where you remain. Big picture thinkers realize that there is a world out there beside their own, and they make an effort to get outside of themselves. You just have to try. We established yesterday that thinking is hard work and it requires discipline. That is why a lot of people do not think. They just quickly want to get by. They want the easy way out. They want shortcuts. I can't think about that. I can't reason that out. So they usually take what is available to them or whatever is being passed down to them because they cannot do any serious thinking. And that alone is limiting them. Right. It is hard to see the big picture while inside the frame. To see how others see, you must first find out how they think. Becoming a good listener certainly helps with that. Get outside of yourself. Get outside of your environment. You may be in Lagos, Nigeria, but you can travel far to London, to Germany, to America, to Zimbabwe, to South Africa. It has to do with your thinking. The mind is so powerful. Then you must live completely. Don't be miserly with your life. Live out your life. You can choose to live anyhow, but remember that you only live once. And you can choose to live intentionally. Still remember that you only live once. So whether you want to live anyhow or you want to live intentionally, one thing is constant. You only live once. So choose how you live. Stretch your life. Try out different things. If you fail, so what? It is part of the process. Those are the things that enrich your life. So don't be miserly when it comes to your life. Live a fulfilling life. It is not about how long you live. It is about how fulfilling. It is about the quality of your life. So if you play it small, you don't want to make mistakes. You don't want to fail. You don't want to be laughed at. You don't want to be ridiculed. Then you will never attain some heights in life. There are so many people who are not living. There are so many people who are 90-something years old. Yet, it can be said of them that they have lived very little because they did not explore. They didn't think of the big picture. They only saw that their 9-to-5 job. They only saw that their small house, their small family, as long as I see food to eat. And that is it. It is not a crime. It doesn't stop them from going to heaven. It is absolutely a choice. So you can choose. So now why you should receive the wisdom of big picture thinking. Intuitively, you probably recognize the big picture thinking as beneficial. But unfortunately, you may not be living it. Not many people are living it. Many people want to be closed-minded. You put evidence right in front of them. They can't see it. You give them every reason why it is possible, why they can do it, why they can succeed, why they can be wealthy. They cannot see it. They are closed-minded. So nothing is penetrating. Whatever you're saying is just like noise to them. You don't want to be that kind of person. Some of them did not set out to be that way. But they have just seen too many things around them. Like I posted a video yesterday, and I said, if you die poor, it is your fault. It is not anybody's fault. And somebody still asked, what if the conditions around you would not allow you to be wealthy? I can't remember the exact words, but something like that. Like, what if the conditions around you are not helping? I think that was the comment. And somebody even answered before I answered that, why is it that you people always see, the negative side of things first? Anytime somebody is telling you something or advising you, you only see the negative first instead of the positive. And I also made a comment. I said, well, there are bad conditions everywhere. It depends on your mindset. Choose to see possibilities, opportunities instead of problems. It depends on what you see. It doesn't mean that the problems are not there naturally. The people who are succeeding doesn't mean that they don't have challenges. They just choose what they focus on. They just see the bigger picture that, yeah, if I can go together again, if I can go tomorrow again, I'm going to try. If I can push one more time, things may be better. If I don't give up, I can eventually get it. If after this rejection, I can put myself together again and try again, things will be better. So we all are pushing. The fact that people are smiling and they're trying to do things does not mean that they don't have problems. So it depends on your own choice. So in order for you to be a big picture, to have the wisdom to think big, you must realize that big picture thinking allows you to lead. If you want to be a leader, you must see the big picture. You must look beyond people. As a leader, there are some people who do not look like they can achieve anything or they can amount to anything, but you spot it in them. You will see the vision before other people do. You will size up situations and take into account many variables as a leader. If you are not a big picture thinker, you cannot lead. Because if you don't see beyond your nose, how do you see talents, opportunities, possibilities? As a leader, you sketch a picture of where the team is going. But if you don't know where you're going, then you're going to lead them astray. You must also show how the future connects the past to make the journey more meaningful. You must seize the moment when the timing is right as a leader. So if you want to be a big picture thinker, then it means that you're preparing yourself to be a leader. Then big picture thinking keeps you on target. It helps you to be focused. Thomas Fuller says that he that is everywhere is nowhere. He that wants to be everything is nothing. You must understand yourself. Where are you going? Where do you want to be 5 years from now? You've got to think about big things, like why you're doing small things, even while you're doing small things, so that all the small things go in the right direction. It is the small things we do every day that amount to the big things that we are expecting. You don't wake up tomorrow and you find maybe millions of dollars in your account. It doesn't just jump there. It is because you wake up every day, you go to work, you sell that product, you market, the goods, you offer that service, you offer value here and there, people pay for this, everything amounts together. You save 2,000 today, you save 50,000 tomorrow, you save $500 next week, everything amounts together. You invest here today, invest in real estate today, you buy stocks here, everything, all the small things that you think you're doing. Waking up early to read, attending reviews, reading books every day. Those are the small things that amount to make you who you are and who you are going to become. Nobody wakes up into the life that they desire. It is built over time. So don't despise the small things that you are doing now. They are amounting to something. If you do not give up, if you are not weary of doing good. Doing good does not mean that, you're only giving money to people. No, doing good for yourself, for your life. So always think of the big picture. See how far you have come. From the books that you read and review alone, see how much wisdom you have gathered. See how much impact you are making. See how you are able to contribute meaningfully to conversations. You can refer to John C Maxwell, you can refer to Morgan Housel, you can quote your mentor, you can quote this speaker, you can quote this author, because you have been developing yourself. Then big picture thinking allows you to see what others do not see. You are not myopic in your thinking. You see what they cannot see. You are able to take a peep into the future. Right. You are able to relate with people. You are able to see things from their point of view. You're able to work with people, work with clients, work with customers. You're able to raise your children, relate with your wife, and you see things from their point of view because you can listen. As they are talking, you're taking it in. Oh, what can I get from this? Even when somebody is insulting you, you're still thinking, okay, maybe there's a lesson in this. Even when they're correcting you, you're thinking about it. Okay, if I take this correction, my life is going to, be better for it. Right. Then big picture thinking promotes teamwork. You see where your team is going, what they are able to do. Big picture thinking keeps you from being caught up in the mundane, the everyday things that are not interesting, but they are absolutely necessary. You keep pushing. It's not easy, but you wake up every day. If I tell you that it's easy, I'm going to be lying to you. Just yesterday, I was still telling somebody, this life is not easy. You know, you push and push and push for one thing. It looks like it's not coming, but you keep on pushing because you don't lose sight of the big picture. You know that people may say no to you today, but you're going somewhere. It is going to work out, right? You don't let the grind get to you, the hustle. It doesn't weigh you down. You are physically tired, but in your spirit, you're unbroken. That is it. You keep going. You fail today. You tell yourself, we go again tomorrow. We do it again. We do it again. You know, you don't lose sight of all the important overview. You are consistent even when it is boring. That's what so many people cannot do. And that's why not many people are going to be successful. That is just a fact. Not many people are going to be rich. But you can make a choice. Big picture thinking helps you to chart uncharted territory. Have you heard the expression, we'll cross the bridge when we get there? These are for people who are not thinking ahead. Okay, when you get to the bridge, you want to cross it, you now realize that, there are things that you ought to have taken along. There are some preparations you ought to have made. Now, you can't cross the bridge, even when you have gotten there, because you are not prepared to cross the bridge. As a big picture thinker, you think ahead. When I get to that bridge, do I need a canoe? Do I need a parachute? Do I need people to hold me? What do I need? You have to be prepared ahead. So people who say, we'll cross the bridge when we get there, they are not seeing the big picture. They are not thinking ahead. They are not going to break new ground. Right? So how do you acquire the wisdom of big picture thinking? Don't strive for certainty. You will not get all the clarity. That is the truth. You learn on the job. You gain wisdom as you go on. You know what works, what doesn't work, what needs to be adjusted. So don't wait until you know what you're going to do 100%. Just step out in faith. Have an idea. Don't lose sight of that big picture. Even if you fail, you have actually not failed. You have discovered how not to do it. Right? And then you can re-strategize. If you want to cultivate the ability to think big picture, then you must get used to embracing and dealing with complex and diverse ideas. You must welcome ambiguity. Then learn from every experience. We learned from Is It Winning with People that everybody you come across has something to teach you. If you are patient, if you are attentive, if you are humble enough to learn. So every experience, whether positive or negative, is teaching you somewhere. It's teaching you something, Learn from it. Don't be rude, don't be proud. Everybody you meet, whether they are rude or they are impatient or they are mean, everybody is teaching you something. Learn. Then gain insights from a variety of people, from their experiences. Read books. Even people you have not met physically, you are reading their books, you are watching their content. They are teaching you something. Broaden your thinking. See more of the big picture. Seek advice from the people that you trust. Seek counsel. Move with people that will teach you something. Then give yourself permission to expand the world. Don't be stuck with what the world hands over to you. Oh, this is how we do it. This is how it should be done. No, if you want to be a big picture thinker, you will have to go against the flow of the world. Dare to be different. Don't be a conformist. Even the Bible says it. Right? Don't conform. This is how it must be done. They tell you it cannot be done. You too, you take it that way. Nobody has done it. It cannot be done. Break the record. Society wants to keep you in boxes, and most people are married mentally to the status quo. They are too afraid to try out new things. They don't want people to criticize them, to call them names. They are afraid of failing. Right? They want what was, not what can be. They seek safety and simple answers. To think big picture, you need to give yourself permission to go a different way, to break new ground, to find new worlds to conquer. And when your world does get bigger, you need to celebrate. Never forget there is more out there in the world than what you have experienced. There is always more to who you are right now. There is always more to what you can do. There is always more. You just have to stretch yourself. Don't conform. Don't maintain the status quo. As it was yesterday, so it is today, so shall it forever be. No. Challenge the status quo. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep looking at the big picture. If you desire to be a good thinker, that is what you need to do. Don't lose sight of the big picture. Look beyond now. Things may not be rosy now. There may be challenges. No, that is not your final destination. Look beyond now. Be optimistic. Have a positive spirit. Things are going to be better. You know, that is how to be a big picture thinker. Think of your children. Where do you want them to see? Where do you want them to be? Who do you want them to be? Where do you want to lead them to? Few years from now, they're going to be grown. What kind of adults do you want them to grow into? That's the big picture. And this is a question we're going to close with. Am I thinking beyond myself and my world so that I process ideas with a holistic perspective? That will be all for this review on how successful people think. Yes. Don't forget to like this video, share your comments with me, and please subscribe to this channel in case you are yet to subscribe. I remain Olaide Ogbaje, also known as First Lady, and on this channel, I inspire you to live intentionally. I'll come your way again tomorrow by God's grace as we review chapter 2, which is titled Engage in Focused Thinking. Take good care, and until then, be intentional. Bye. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. We are on high gear. Amen. Thank you.